Hi, folks. Welcome back to the series on Building Stress Resiliency. My name is Jamie Sable, and I'm a registered psychotherapist working in downtown Toronto. The purpose of this series is really to give you all the tools, skills, and techniques that you need to manage your stress more effectively during this incredibly stressful time. In the last few sessions, we've been talking about different types of meditation, and some are going to be effective and work for you and you're going to really like, and others you're going to toss in the garbage, and that's totally fine. The idea here is to provide you with a variety of different types of meditations so that you can find the one that feels really good for you. And if you can find a second or third one, even better. So today what I want to do is I want to talk about creating a safe place. And this is a type of meditation where I want you to think about a place maybe from your past, or a place that you've been to in the present or that you'd love to go to that feels really good and safe for you. So for example, let's say you are a place that you've been to that you really like is a cottage, for example. So that's kind of my safe place. So here's what you want to do to sort of flush this image out. What we do is we use our five senses. So if my place is the cottage, what I'm going to do is I'm really going to start using my five senses. So let's start with visual. So, when I think about the cottage, what do I see? So I am, for example, I'm sitting on the dock. I'm looking out on the lake water, which, when the sun hits it, has that sort of glimmer and shine to it. And I'm looking across the lake, and I can see all the trees across the way, and I can see people paddle boarding, and I can see people sailing on the lake. And so you really want to flush out that visual sense, what it is that you see when you're in that safe place. Then you want to turn to, let's say, the olfactory senses. So what do you smell? What smells are associated with this safe place for you? So for me, still using the cottage example, the smell of the fresh air, the smell of the green trees and the water, and the smell of a fire. I love that smell, especially, that smell on my clothes the next day, and my hair and my clothes. And it's just such a good smell, is that, that wood burning smell. So that's something that I take from that. Then we look at, we tap into hearing. What are the sounds that are associated with this particular place for you? So, for me, if I'm sitting on the dock, I can, if I'm sitting or I'm lying down, I can hear the waves kind of coming in and hitting against the paddles. So again, that's just, the waves crashing against the dock I can hear, or the sounds of the birds. Those are probably the sounds that come up for me the most with this particular image. Then you want to go to tastes. So this one, a little bit trickier. Sometimes, tastes may come up for you in a particular place, and sometimes they don't, and that's okay. For me in the cottage, there's no real sort of taste that comes up for me, and that's okay. We sort of move on to the next one. But if there is, think about what's the taste that comes up for you. And then the last one is, again, what we've talked about before is, what do you feel? What's the texture? So in this particular example, the one that I feel most is, the dock. I'm sitting on a towel, so I can feel sort of the texture of the towel. And I can feel the wood dock underneath me as well. And sometimes, I'll put my feet in the water and I can feel sort of the cold lake water on my feet. So you really want to flesh out all of these senses as best as you can. Again, we're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking to, flesh it out as best as you can. And that way, when you find yourself in a stressful place or you're feeling anxious, that you take yourself, mentally to this place. And as you're breathing in, that you are going through all those different senses, and you take you take your space, you take yourself back to the dock, and flushing out the sights, the visuals that you see, the smells, the sounds, the tastes, and the things that you feel all around you. So that is creating a safe place. So spend a few minutes thinking about, what's a safe place for you, and hopefully it goes well. And if you get stuck, feel free to reach out. I'm always here to answer any questions that you have. And next time we're going to talk about the body scan. And I love this one. This one's a great one because a lot of the times our stress and anxiety first happens in our body. So if we can catch it much sooner when it happens in our body, we can bring ourselves back down to a neutral state. Okay, until tomorrow, stay safe, stay healthy, stay kind.